Since the dawn of time, since the beginning of photography, there has been masking in photographs. You would mask away water from the sky, or water from the rocks, or sky from the house, or whatever. You would do some sort of masking either in the darkroom or in something like Photoshop in order to have control over certain parts of an image. Hey, this is Scott Wenkiewicz, a storyteller with a camera talking about all the things photographers like you and I are thinking about. And in this video, we're going to be talking about AI and masking. Ansel Adams was a perfectionist when it comes to masking. And masking has come a long way. I mean, it's 2020 and software companies are constantly innovating in the editing space. Companies like Adobe and On1 and Skylum are constantly creating new ways to do the same thing you've been doing for years, but saving you time and energy. So I want to take a couple minutes and just show you what Skylum is doing and what On1 is doing in both Luminar and On1 Photo Raw when it comes to making masking and editing with masking easier. First, we're going to dive into On1 Photo Raw and show you AI masking that utilizes their perfect brush technology and their AI that they have created for masking and fine-tuning around objects. Then we're going to dive into Skylum Luminar and show you how they use AI to create edits on certain parts of an image without overlapping on other parts of the image, and then how you can also fine-tune that adjustment with a simple click of a button. So here we are inside of On1 Photo Raw 2020, and I'm going to go to the mask tool over here, and then the AI masking. Okay, now my computer might be going a little slow for a couple reasons. One, I am recording this, so it's going to slow down my computer, and two, I also have Capture One version 20 is actually converting my Lightroom library to Capture One for a future video and potential complete workflow overhaul. So we'll see how that goes. So my computer might be running a little slow, especially as I use AI tools, which use the GPU even more. So hopefully things don't crash. I might have to redo this video if that happens. So when you click AI Quick Mask, it says use the red drop tool mark to mark the areas you want to paint out. Then use the green to keep the mode. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We want to mask away the red, whereas red, right? So you want to paint out in red. And then we just hit the Control-Alt-Option key and we're going to paint in. And you can see that this is basically as much as the AI, as the software is going to need. We're going to hit Apply and hit Done. And it's actually going to do the masking for us. You can see it pick the windows. The AI is that smart. And now that is gone, right? I didn't have to do much. So imagine this in a sky, imagine this in different areas where you need to do masking and you want to do it very quick. That's how fast it is. And now you can go ahead and adjust the exposure of just basically what you wanted not masked, right? It's easy as that. Now what it means is you can add something like dynamic contrast to your photo. And you can say you want it to be soft or neutral, surreal, whatever it is. And you can go ahead and do that right on what was masked or unmasked, whatever you're looking to do. Next up, the same photo is in Luminar 4 from Skylum. And you can see they have AI Enhance, AI Structure. What these are going to do is actually enhance the photo, examining multiple parts of the photo. And it uses a little bit of AI-based masking to make sure that only certain parts of the image are adjusted. So for example, if I go to AI Enhance and I turn that on, and I adjust this, you're going to see that, you know, nothing's happening really outside in the sky, right? There is some stuff happening over here on the brick because, I mean, really this is texture. So it is going to pull out the texture. If I was to turn that off and go to AI Structure and we turn that on, you'll see that, again, the same thing will sort of happen where it's going to adjust the details, the structure of certain parts of the photo, not all of it, because only certain parts have texture. Right? So if we do before and after, you'll see there's some difference there. And then, of course, if we go ahead to the sky replacement, if you saw the video of my sky replacement, just click on the card above and you will see that video on how easy it is to replace sky in Luminar. You can just replace the sky, and of course that is going to be masked to only the sky and not the interior. And then you can control if you want to bleed a little bit to the interior or not. You could do that as well. Now with anything, there is manual masking control. So let's say we have this on. Let's say we have this on, and we want it to mask away that building on the outside. Of course, you can go in and say brush, and we want to brush away the detail on the outside. We can do that. So you can see it's going away there. And let's say we wanted to go down to AI Structure. We want to do the same thing. We're going to brush away the detail on the brick out there as well. And that's it, right? So it's all done. Now we can just close the mask, and Here's a before and after, and you can see the outside is not changing. So there's a little bit of masking you can do in here that's manual, but otherwise you can also do things like this. You can go to convert to black and white, right? So now we're going to convert to black and white. We can go to a luminosity mask if we want to do that, and it'll only do it for certain luminosities if we want to go ahead and edit that mask specifically. So here you go. It just did a luminosity mask, and you see there is some color, but it's basically just a desaturated version of this image. Certain areas are color, certain areas are not. Now that you've seen how AI is affecting masking in these tools, I want to hear from you. Do you think that AI is making masking easier and saving you time and energy? Because as you can see, On1 Photo Raw is doing it, Skylum Luminar is doing it, even Photoshop is doing it with their new content awareness and their new subject removal tool that they have available. Do you think that AI is making masking better for you? Because I think it is, and I want to hear from you. Comment below. And if you haven't checked out the video on Skylum Luminar's sky replacement, the AI sky replacement, I definitely recommend hitting that card above so you can check that out. Be sure to click that subscribe button below right now. I publish new videos every Monday and Thursday whenever possible. You don't want to miss it. And karate kick the notification bell.